The SUV market in 2026 has become a bewildering maze of options, with virtually every manufacturer offering multiple models across various size categories, powertrain options, and price points. For the average consumer, trying to navigate this overwhelming landscape without expert guidance means potentially wasting thousands of dollars on vehicles with hidden flaws, disappointing reliability records, or features that don't justify their premium pricing. What makes this decision particularly challenging right now is that we're in the middle of a massive transition period in automotive technology. Manufacturers are simultaneously offering traditional gas engines, conventional hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and fully electric models, often within the same vehicle lineup. Making the wrong choice today could mean being stuck with a depreciation nightmare or outdated technology for the next 5 to 10 years. Even more concerning is that many of the SUVs with the biggest marketing budgets and most aggressive dealer promotions are precisely the ones that industry insiders and professional evaluators recommend avoiding. The gap between advertising claims and real-world performance has never been wider, making independent expert assessments more valuable than ever for consumers trying to make informed decisions. You might assume that the highest-rated SUVs would all be luxury models with premium price tags, or that electric vehicles would dominate experts' recommendations given the industry's push toward electrification. What's surprising is that the vehicles earning the strongest expert consensus span a remarkably diverse range of price points and powertrain technologies. What's even more revealing is which major brands are notably absent from experts' top picks, despite their massive market presence and marketing budgets. Several vehicles that consistently rank among America's best-selling SUVs didn't make a single expert's list of recommendations, suggesting a significant disconnect between what consumers are buying based on brand reputation and what automotive professionals consider truly exceptional. Perhaps most unexpected is how traditional industry hierarchies have been upended, with certain mainstream brands now producing vehicles that experts consider superior to their luxury counterparts from the same parent company. The conventional wisdom about which brands represent the best value or the highest quality is being completely rewritten in 2026. Which SUVs have earned the strongest consensus recommendations from top automotive experts for 2026? What specific qualities have made these vehicles stand out in an increasingly crowded and complex market? And what can these expert selections tell us about the current state of the automotive industry and where it's headed? Let's explore the 7 SUVs that have earned the most consistent praise from the professionals who evaluate vehicles for a living. 1. The unanimous king, Honda CR-V and Hybrid. When Car and Driver, Edmunds, Consumer Reports, and virtually every other major automotive publication independently arrive at the same conclusion, it's worth paying attention. The Honda CR-V has achieved something remarkably rare in today's fragmented automotive landscape. Unanimous acclaim as the benchmark compact SUV, regardless of which experts are doing the evaluating. What makes this consensus particularly noteworthy is that the CR-V achieves it without flash, gimmicks, or attention-grabbing features. As one Edmunds editor put it, the CR-V is boring in the same way that perfect execution is boring. It simply does everything well, with no significant weaknesses or compromises, a rarity in any consumer product, let alone one as complex as a modern vehicle. The CR-V's excellence starts with its exceptional space efficiency. Despite exterior dimensions firmly in the compact category, its cargo capacity exceeds that of many midsize competitors. With 39.3 cubic feet behind the rear seats and 76.5 cubic feet with the seats folded, the CR-V offers utility that rivals vehicles a class size larger. This isn't just about raw numbers. The thoughtful layout with a low-load floor, wide opening, and minimal intrusions makes this space genuinely usable in real-world situations. Where the CR-V truly separates itself from competitors is in its driving dynamics. While the Toyota RAV4 and many others in this class offer a somewhat disconnected floating sensation, experts consistently praise the CR-V's precise steering feel and body control. It strikes a perfect balance between comfort and engagement, absorbing road imperfections without feeling wallowy or vague. As Car and Driver noted, it drives like a vehicle that costs $10,000 more. The powertrain options represent another area where Honda has made smart choices that resonate with experts. The standard 1.5-liter turbocharged gas engine offers responsive performance and efficiency, while the hybrid system in sport models provides noticeably better acceleration along with excellent fuel economy. Experts generally prefer the hybrid for its additional power and refinement, but they emphasize that the base turbo engine still ranks among the best in its class for consumers who prefer conventional gas powertrains. Perhaps most importantly, the CR-V excels in the areas that matter most during day-to-day ownership. Outward visibility is excellent, with relatively thin pillars and large windows. Controls are logically arranged and intuitive to use, with physical buttons and knobs for essential functions rather than relying entirely on touchscreen interfaces. Seat comfort is exceptional for drivers of varying heights and builds, with supportive cushioning and multiple adjustment points. The expert verdict is unambiguous. The CR-V may not be the most exciting or attention-grabbing option in the compact SUV segment, but it is objectively the best all-around performer. As one Consumer Reports tester summarized, it's the benchmark against which all other compact SUVs should be measured, and most still fall short. 2. The new heavyweight, 2026 Hyundai Palisade. The midsize three-row SUV category has been dominated by the Kia Telluride since its introduction, a vehicle widely regarded as one of the best SUVs of the past 5 years. For 2026, however, the landscape has shifted dramatically with Hyundai's comprehensive redesign of the Palisade, the Telluride's corporate cousin. While the Telluride is taking a model year hiatus, or receiving only minor updates depending on which source you consult, Hyundai has completely reimagined the Palisade with a bold new design direction and substantial upgrades throughout. The result has experts unanimously declaring a new champion in this hotly contested segment. The most immediately noticeable change is the Palisade's exterior design, which adopts a more upright, squared-off aesthetic reminiscent of luxury SUVs costing twice as much. The boxy, Range Rover-inspired profile replaces the previous model's somewhat anonymous styling, giving the Palisade a commanding presence that experts say perfectly matches its intended role as a family flagship vehicle. This design transformation continues inside, where the 2026 Palisade has leapfrogged even premium competitors with an interior that experts describe as shockingly luxurious for its price point. Materials throughout the cabin are genuinely premium, with buttery soft leather, real metal accents, and high-quality switchgear that would feel at home in vehicles costing $20,000 more. What truly sets the new Palisade apart, according to multiple expert evaluations, is its industry-leading feature content. It's the first vehicle in its class to offer heated third-row seats, a feature previously found only in luxury flagships like the BMW X7 and Mercedes-Benz GLS. Other category-exclusive features include ventilated second-row seats, a full digital rear-view mirror with wide-angle camera view, and a passenger seat relaxation mode with power calf support and recline. The driving experience has also received substantial attention from Hyundai's engineers. The previous Palisade was known for its comfortable but somewhat isolating character. The 2026 model maintains the comfort while adding a level of driver engagement that experts didn't expect. Road and Track noted that it manages its considerable size with surprising agility, while still delivering the smooth, quiet ride that family buyers prioritize. Hyundai's value proposition remains a key factor in experts' enthusiasm for the new Palisade. Despite the significant upgrades, pricing remains competitive with mainstream competitors while offering features that luxury alternatives can't match without stepping up to much higher price points. As one Edmunds editor summarized, if you judge this vehicle without seeing the badge, you'd guess it costs at least $15,000 more than it actually does. The expert consensus is clear. For 2026, the Hyundai Palisade has established itself as the new benchmark in the midsize three-row SUV segment, delivering a combination of design, luxury, and value that has left competitors scrambling to catch up. If you want the most features and luxury for your dollar in a family SUV, experts agree this is the undisputed winner. 3. The Motor Trend winner, Cadillac Escalade IQ. The Cadillac Escalade has long been an American icon, a vehicle that makes no apologies for its size, luxury, or presence. With the 2026 Escalade IQ, Cadillac has reimagined this flagship for the electric era, creating what Motor Trend has crowned its 2026 SUV of the year and what experts across the industry are calling a watershed moment for American luxury. While most electric vehicles represent compromises of some sort, trading range for performance, space for efficiency, or luxury for affordability, the Escalade IQ refuses to compromise on any front. This engineering philosophy has earned it praise from even the most skeptical automotive journalists who acknowledge that it represents something truly remarkable in the current market. The Escalade IQ's most impressive achievement is how it balances its massive size and luxury with performance that experts describe as physics-defying. Despite weighing in at nearly 9,000 pounds, it accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds, quicker than many dedicated sports cars. More importantly, it handles with a precision and agility that experts found genuinely shocking for a vehicle of its dimensions, with Car and Driver noting that it corners with the confidence of a vehicle half its size. Range anxiety, the persistent concern with electric vehicles, is essentially eliminated with the Escalade IQ's EPA, estimated 450-plus miles of range. This isn't just a theoretical number. Multiple experts conducted real-world range tests and found that the Escalade IQ consistently delivers on or even exceeds this estimate, even at highway speeds where many EVs fall short of their rated range. The interior represents Cadillac's most ambitious effort to date, combining traditional luxury with cutting-edge technology in a way that experts find compelling rather than gimmicky. The 55-inch curved display that spans the dashboard provides stunning visual impact without sacrificing usability, and the physical controls for essential functions maintain ease of use that purely touch-based interfaces lack. Perhaps most impressive is how the Escalade IQ has maintained the character that made the original Escalade an icon while thoroughly modernizing the experience. As Motor Trend wrote in its SUV of the Year assessment, it feels unmistakably like an Escalade, imposing, luxurious, and distinctly American, while simultaneously feeling like a glimpse into the future of luxury transportation. Of course, this level of engineering excellence and luxury comes at a price that puts it out of reach for most consumers. With a starting MSRP north of $130,000, the Escalade IQ occupies the upper echelon of the market. However, experts consistently note that it delivers a driving experience and technology package that justifies this premium positioning, particularly when compared to other vehicles in its price range. The expert verdict is unequivocal. While most of us can't afford it, the Cadillac Escalade IQ represents the new benchmark for American luxury and a dramatic statement about General Motors' commitment to leading rather than following in the electric transition. It's the dream car that experts believe points the way to where the entire industry is headed. 4. The gas lover's hero, 2026 Honda Passport. In an automotive landscape increasingly dominated by downsized turbocharged four-cylinders, mild hybrids, and electric vehicles, Honda made a surprising decision with its redesigned 2026 Passport that has earned enthusiastic praise from experts who still appreciate traditional powertrains. While most competitors have abandoned naturally aspirated six-cylinder engines, Honda has retained the smooth, proven 3.5-liter V6 in the new Passport, a decision that experts call refreshingly confident in an era of constant powertrain upheaval. This isn't just about nostalgia, however. The experts' appreciation for the new Passport extends far beyond its engine choice, focusing on how Honda has transformed what was previously just a shortened Pilot into a genuinely capable and purpose-built adventure vehicle. The 2026 redesign represents the most significant differentiation between the Passport and its larger Pilot sibling since the nameplate's revival. The Passport Trailsport model in particular has earned exceptional praise for delivering on its rugged promises rather than offering merely cosmetic enhancements. Unlike many off-road trims that amount to little more than appearance packages, the Passport Trailsport features substantial hardware upgrades, including a 2-inch suspension lift, skid plates made of actual steel rather than plastic covers, all-terrain tires with a more aggressive tread pattern, and revised geometry that significantly improves approach and departure angles. Car and Driver's off-road evaluation found the Trail Sport surprisingly capable in situations that would stop most crossovers in their tracks, while Motor Trend praised Honda for creating a genuine intermediate option between soft roaders and dedicated off-roaders like the 4Runner. This authentic capability resonates with experts who have grown weary of marketing-driven adventure vehicles that deliver little substance behind their rugged styling. The retention of the J-Series 5.6 engine represents another area where experts find the Passport particularly appealing. This naturally aspirated 3.5-liter unit has been refined over decades of production and has earned a legendary reputation for reliability and smoothness. As one reviewer noted, there's something deeply satisfying about an engine that delivers its power in a linear, predictable fashion without the lag or surging that can characterize turbocharged alternatives. Fuel economy, while not class-leading, remains competitive thanks to cylinder deactivation technology and a well-tuned 9-speed automatic transmission. More importantly, experts note that the real-world efficiency of this powertrain often matches or exceeds the EPA estimates, a contrast to many turbocharged competitors that fall short of their rated economy in actual use. Inside, the Passport strikes a balance between ruggedness and refinement that experts find appealing for its intended purpose. Materials are selected for durability rather than outright luxury, with water-resistant upholstery, rubberized flooring in Trail Sport models, and thoughtfully designed storage solutions throughout the cabin. The infotainment system has been thoroughly modernized while retaining physical controls for essential functions, a design decision that earns consistent praise from evaluators concerned with minimizing driver distraction. The expert verdict is clear. For buyers who prefer a proven, traditional powertrain wrapped in a genuinely capable adventure vehicle rather than a pretender, the 2026 Honda Passport, especially in Trail Sport configuration, represents the critic's choice for authentic outdoor exploration without the compromises of more extreme off-road vehicles. 5. The reliability gold standard. Subaru Forester. When it comes to predicting long-term ownership satisfaction, few factors matter more than reliability, and few organizations track this data more comprehensively than Consumer Reports. Their consistent ranking of Subaru among the top 3 most reliable automotive brands, frequently outperforming even Honda, gives particular weight to their enthusiastic endorsement of the 2026 Forester as the gold standard for dependability in the compact SUV segment. What makes the Forester's reliability particularly noteworthy is that it achieves this exceptional durability while also offering standard all-wheel drive, a feature that adds mechanical complexity and potential failure points compared to the front-wheel drive configurations that are standard on most competitors. This combination of dependability and capability represents a rare engineering achievement that experts consistently highlight. Beyond reliability, safety remains a cornerstone of the Forester's appeal to experts. The 2026 model continues Subaru's tradition of exceptional crash protection while incorporating the latest generation of the company's EyeSight driver assistance technology as standard equipment on all trim levels. This democratization of safety features, offering the same level of protection regardless of price point, earns particular praise from experts who criticize competitors for reserving advanced safety systems for higher trims. Perhaps the Forester's most distinctive attribute, and one that experts consistently emphasize, is its exceptional outward visibility. In an era when many SUVs have adopted aggressive styling with high belt lines and thick pillars that create substantial blind spots, the Forester maintains what reviewers frequently describe as a fishbowl effect, with large windows, thin pillars, and a low dashboard. This design philosophy prioritizes function over fashion in a way that safety experts particularly appreciate. The introduction of a hybrid powertrain for 2026, using proven technology shared with Toyota, represents the final piece of the puzzle that has made the Forester a unanimous expert pick this year. This system combines Subaru's trademark all-wheel drive capability and durability with significantly improved fuel efficiency, addressing what had been the model's primary weakness compared to competitors. Importantly, Subaru has integrated this hybrid system without compromising the qualities that have made the Forester a perennial expert favorite. Ground clearance remains a class-leading 8.7 inches, approach and departure angles are unchanged, and the hybrid components add minimal weight thanks to thoughtful engineering and component placement. As one off-road-focused publication noted, it's still every bit of Forester in capability, just with better efficiency. The interior continues Subaru's tradition of prioritizing function over flash, with durable materials, intuitive controls, and excellent ergonomics. While not as luxurious as some competitors, experts consistently praise the thoughtfulness of the design, with one reviewer noting that everything is exactly where you'd want it to be, works exactly how you'd expect it to work, and is built to last through years of daily use. The expert verdict is unambiguous. For buyers who prioritize reliability, safety, visibility, and all-weather capability, the 2026 Subaru Forester, particularly in its new hybrid form, represents the perfect blend of Subaru's traditional strengths with the efficiency that modern buyers demand. It's not the flashiest or most luxurious option in its class, but it is, according to experts, the one most likely to provide years of trouble-free service in all conditions. 6. The driver's favorite, Mazda CX-50. In a market segment that increasingly prioritizes technology, efficiency, and utility over driving enjoyment, the Mazda CX-50 stands apart as the enthusiast's choice. The SUV for people who fundamentally don't want an SUV, but need one for practical reasons. This unique position has earned it consistent praise from experts who value driving dynamics and engagement, with multiple publications naming it the best driving compact crossover on the market regardless of price. What makes the CX-50 special is Mazda's unwavering commitment to driver engagement, even in a category where most competitors have abandoned such priorities. While Toyota, Honda, and others have focused on efficiency and practicality at the expense of driving pleasure, Mazda has maintained its driver-centric philosophy throughout its lineup, and nowhere is this more evident than in the CX-50. The steering in particular receives universal praise from experts who evaluate vehicles for a living. Unlike the light, overboosted systems found in most competitors, the CX-50 offers what Car and Driver describes as heavy, precise steering with genuine road feel, characteristics more commonly associated with premium German brands than mainstream Japanese crossovers. This steering precision translates to a level of driver confidence and engagement that experts find sorely lacking in most alternatives. Mazda's rejection of continuously variable transmissions, CVTs, in favor of a conventional 6-speed automatic represents another driver-focused decision that experts consistently applaud. While CVTs can offer fuel economy advantages, they typically do so at the expense of driving enjoyment, with their characteristic drone and rubber band feel during acceleration. The CX-50's traditional automatic provides distinct positive gear changes and direct response to driver inputs that automotive journalists invariably prefer to the CVT experience offered by most competitors. The chassis tuning further distinguishes the CX-50 from the compact crossover mainstream. Body control is exceptional, with minimal roll during cornering and a planted feel that inspires confidence at both highway speeds and on winding roads. Yet this handling prowess doesn't come with the harsh ride penalty that sometimes accompanies sport-tuned suspensions. Experts consistently note that the CX-50 maintains impressive compliance over rough surfaces while still delivering engaging dynamics. Inside, the CX-50 continues Mazda's driver-centric philosophy with excellent ergonomics and a cockpit design that experts describe as clearly arranged around the driver without neglecting passengers. The driving position is frequently praised, with multiple reviewers noting that it feels more like a sports sedan than a typical crossover's upright posture. Materials and build quality exceed class standards, with one expert noting that blindfolded you'd guess you were in something costing $15,000 more. The powertrain options include both a naturally aspirated 2.5-liter 4-cylinder and a turbocharged version of the same engine for those seeking additional performance. The turbo model in particular earns praise for its substantial torque and responsive character, with Road and Track describing it as the perfect complement to the chassis' capabilities, powerful enough to be engaging without overwhelming the balanced handling. The expert verdict is clear and consistent. If driving enjoyment matters to you, even in a practical family vehicle, the Mazda CX-50 stands head and shoulders above other options in the compact crossover segment. As one reviewer summarized, "It's not the biggest, most efficient, or most technologically advanced option in its class, but it is unquestionably the best to drive, and for some buyers that will matter more than anything else." 7. The EV family hauler, Hyundai Ioniq 9. The three-row family SUV segment has been one of the last categories to embrace electrification, with most options either offering limited third-row space or commanding premium luxury prices. The 2026 Hyundai Ioniq 9 has changed this landscape dramatically, earning Edmunds' top-rated electric SUV designation and widespread expert acclaim for finally delivering a genuinely practical, family-friendly electric SUV at a mainstream price point. What sets the Ioniq 9 apart, according to experts who have evaluated it against both electric and conventional competitors, is how thoroughly it addresses the specific needs of families rather than merely adapting an existing EV architecture to accommodate a third row. This purpose-built approach results in what multiple publications describe as the first electric vehicle that can genuinely replace a minivan for families needing maximum space and flexibility. The Ioniq 9's most significant achievement is its third row, which experts unanimously describe as actually usable by adults. A rarity in any three-row SUV and previously unheard of in electric models at this price point. The flat floor created by the EV architecture provides substantially more footroom than conventional SUVs, while the long wheelbase allows for proper seat height and legroom. As one family-focused publication noted, this is the first electric SUV where the third row isn't a punishment or strictly for children. The interior design takes full advantage of the electric platform's possibilities, creating what experts describe as a living room on wheels. With no transmission tunnel or engine bay constraints, Hyundai's designers have reimagined the conventional SUV interior with flexible seating configurations, including second-row seats that can rotate to face the third row for family interaction. The center console can slide forward and back, remove completely, or function as a table depending on needs. Charging speed and range, the traditional pain points for electric vehicles, receive consistently positive assessments from experts who tested the Ioniq 9 in real-world conditions. The 800-volt architecture enables charging from 10% to 80% in approximately 25 minutes on compatible DC fast chargers, while the EPA estimated range of 330 miles proves realistic in expert testing. More importantly for family use, the range degradation when fully loaded with passengers and cargo is minimal compared to many electric alternatives. Driving dynamics aren't the Ioniq 9's primary focus, but experts note that it delivers a smooth, quiet ride appropriate for family transportation while offering acceleration that handily outperforms conventional three-row SUVs. The low center of gravity created by the battery placement provides stability that experts find reassuring in a vehicle of this size, with one reviewer noting that it changes direction with a confidence that no gas-powered three-row can match. Technology integration focuses on family-friendly features rather than performance metrics or gaming capabilities that characterize some electric vehicles. The infotainment system offers separate climate and entertainment controls for each row, built-in baby monitoring cameras that display on the central screen, and a quiet mode that limits audio to the front seats while children are sleeping. Features that experts who regularly evaluate family vehicles find genuinely useful rather than merely novel. The expert verdict is enthusiastic and clear. For families ready to transition to an electric vehicle without sacrificing space, practicality, or convenience, the Hyundai Ioniq 9 represents the first truly viable alternative to traditional minivans and three-row SUVs. As one family automotive expert summarized, "This isn't just a good electric family vehicle, it's a great family vehicle, period, that happens to be electric." The expert selections for 2026's best SUVs reveal much more than just which vehicles perform well in evaluations. They highlight the dramatic transformation underway in the automotive industry and the increasingly high stakes for consumers making purchasing decisions. The gap between the best and merely average options has never been wider. and making an uninformed choice can have significant consequences. With the average new vehicle transaction price now exceeding $50,000 and typical ownership periods stretching beyond 6 years, choosing the wrong SUV represents a financial mistake that can cost tens of thousands of dollars in unnecessary expenses, accelerated depreciation, and compromised utility. This financial reality makes expert guidance more valuable than ever as consumers navigate an increasingly complex market. Beyond the immediate financial implications, vehicle choices now have significant long-term consequences as the industry transitions between propulsion technologies. Purchasing a conventional gasoline vehicle just as your area's charging infrastructure matures could mean missing out on the convenience and operating cost advantages of electric options. Conversely, committing to an electric vehicle without the necessary home charging capabilities or with a design that prioritizes range over practicality could result in significant lifestyle compromises. Perhaps most importantly, these expert selections reveal a fundamental truth about the current automotive market. Brand prestige and marketing budgets often have little correlation with actual product excellence. Some of the most heavily advertised and popularly perceived leaders in various segments failed to earn expert recommendations, while brands that receive less attention are producing vehicles that objectively outperform their more famous competitors. The stakes extend beyond individual purchasing decisions to the future direction of the automotive industry itself. The expert selections reveal which approaches to design, technology integration, and performance are proving most successful. Insights that will influence development priorities across all manufacturers as they compete for market share in an increasingly competitive landscape. Here's what makes these expert selections particularly revealing. They demonstrate that we've entered an era where the traditional hierarchies and assumptions about automotive excellence have been completely upended. The vehicles earning the strongest expert recommendations aren't necessarily from the brands with the longest histories, the largest market shares, or the most prestigious badges. The twist is that excellence in 2026 comes from engineering focus and clarity of purpose rather than brand heritage or marketing muscle. Honda and Mazda earn top recommendations by maintaining driver-focused philosophies, even as others abandon them. Hyundai earns accolades by delivering luxury features at mainstream prices. Subaru continues to prioritize visibility and safety, even as styling trends push competitors toward compromised designs with poor sightlines. What's particularly revealing is which major brands are notably absent from these expert recommendations despite their significant market presence. Toyota, long considered the benchmark for reliability and value, doesn't appear on this list, a reflection of what experts perceive as complacency and a reluctance to innovate as competitors catch up and surpass them in key areas. Similarly, domestic brands like Chevrolet and Ford have limited representation despite their massive market share in the SUV segment. This pattern reveals an uncomfortable truth about the current automotive landscape. Brand loyalty is increasingly expensive for consumers as traditional leaders rest on their reputations while hungry challengers deliver superior products. The experts are sending a clear message that the badges consumers have trusted for decades don't necessarily represent the best choices in today's rapidly evolving market. Perhaps most surprising is how the expert selections challenge conventional wisdom about the transition to electrification. Rather than recommending electric vehicles across all categories, they recognize that different propulsion technologies make sense for different use cases in 2026. The Cadillac Escalade, IQ, and Hyundai Ioniq 9 earn recommendations for specific applications where electric power offers advantages, while conventional powertrains from Honda and Subaru remain the experts' choices where their particular characteristics better serve user needs. This nuanced approach to powertrain selection, choosing the right technology for each specific application rather than forcing a one-size-fits-all solution, represents a maturation of the industry that benefits consumers through increased choice and better optimized products. The experts are acknowledging that the transition to new technologies will happen at different rates for different vehicle categories based on their particular requirements and use cases.